Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. So I wanted to share with you some practical thoughts on photography, entrepreneurship, and so forth. So this is the basic idea. Streamers shall inherit the earth. What I mean to say by that is this, is that when I say streamer, I don't really mean to say just, people who are on Twitch and stuff like that. I rather think of streaming as, think of your life as a stream. And probably one of my favorite philosophers of all time is Heraclitus. And he's one of the pre-Socratic philosophers, meaning he's before Socrates. And the interesting thing about the pre-Socratic philosophers is that they're kind of like a lot more Buddhist in their thinking, kind of like more Zen and Taoist. And the basic concept is this: you never step into the same river twice. What did he mean by when he said that? He meant that if you think about a river or a stream of water, it's always moving, and the particles in the water, once they touch you, it's not going to be the same, and you're also not going to be the same. So the notion that you never step into the same river twice is extremely profound, because what it means is that the world around you is constantly changing, and you're also constantly changing. And I think the problem about modern philosophy is that we strive for regularity, predictability. We want things to be consistent. So even in modern society, the worst thing you could tell people is that, oh, you're being hypocritical or you're contradicting yourself. Whereas in fact, contradiction is probably what real life is, that we're constantly changing. So think about it this way. Your opinion as a 12-year-old kid and you as a 30-year-old person, would you want to have the same opinion or the same worldview? Probably not. I would actually say that's quite unwise. And so even thinking about just life snapshots is if you want to be consistent, what do people really mean to say is that you have to be consistent for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or is it more like once you're 20 years old, from age 20 until you die at age 120, you have to be consistent for the rest of your life? I think this is kind of a silly notion. And so realize that when I say streamer, is that even you as a photographer, you're kind of streaming images. As you're living your life all around you is reality streamed at you at different ways. You get different sensory impressions, smells, lights, colors, shapes, forms. And as a photographer too, I assume you're also probably changing your equipment. So sometimes you're shooting with your phone, sometimes you're shooting with your digital camera, you might shoot with a film camera. And I don't think we should strive to have a single consistent aesthetic for the rest of our lives. We should be seeking to constantly just take our everyday lives and just keep producing new images. And this is why I think the idea of streaming is really powerful, because if you think about these video game streamers, they're constantly just streaming what's on their laptop to them, to their audience. And it's not necessarily one instance which is more interesting than another. It's more of the joy of just seeing this stream live. And I even feel that maybe in the future, we already kind of see this now, but more and more photography is going to be about just constantly putting out new images. And I think inevitably, let's say you shoot 1 billion photos before you die and you constantly share with other people, inevitably you're going to make a few memorable shots. But I almost feel too, as photographers, for us as selfish photographers, the most important thing is for us to stay inspired, for us to keep shooting photos, for us to not be discouraged, for us to feel like we're changing and evolving. And a lot of that actually means giving yourself the freedom to change and evolve. And also not just being stuck in the ghetto of photography, but allow yourself to use any sort of artistic medium or platform to express yourself. And this is actually why I think all photographers should also start their own YouTube channels. If you already have a Facebook or an Instagram, you're sharing photos there, why not have your own YouTube channel? The way to have your own YouTube channel is simple. You just log into youtube.com. In the top right corner, there's that little upload arrow. You could already start uploading videos that way, and you could install the YouTube app on your phone. You could upload photos to your own channel then. And I think what happens is you need at least 1,000 subscribers before you claim your URL. So I'm youtube.com/erickinphotography. When you first start, you're going to be youtube.com/AW1113335555, all these other random numbers. And video is such a good way to express yourself too, because even for myself, most people know my face or know my voice through my YouTube channel. And I feel like it's a good way to cross-pollinate with my blog, because sometimes I like to write, sometimes I like to talk, and I feel like the different ways you could use technology to self-express yourself is going to keep you inspired in photography and just life in general. So even one thing I've been experimenting, so I'm recording this on a Lumix G9 camera, and I think Lumix is killing it right now with their technologies, because I think more photographers should also shoot video, especially 4K video, because it's just kind of a different way to see the world. It's a different way to experience the world, and it's more, I don't know, it's kind of fun too, because you know, I like to watch films and movies and stuff like that. I don't always like to only look at still photos, but I think it's so strange. Why do photographers trap themselves saying, oh, we could only shoot still photos? No, shoot still photos, shoot moving photos, shoot everything. And even like one thing I love is I love animated GIF files. They're almost like the ultimate hybrid between still images and moving images. So I feel like there's so many different ways for you to express yourself, different ways for you to stream yourself. I still recommend you to start your own start your own blog, sign up on bluehost.com, then install the wordpress.org platform, and realize even with blogging, the point ain't to make a perfect blog post. The point is for you to keep streaming your ideas, your thoughts, and your experiences on your blog. Just keep publishing, and every time you keep publishing, don't think that has to be perfect. It's just another particle of water that you're adding to the stream. So if you started your own blog, your own YouTube channel, whatever, include a link down below. And remember, your life is a stream. And I feel like a good strategy in life is, you know, sooner or later you're gonna die, the stream of life is going to end, but perhaps one thing we could do is contribute to the stream of life. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.